Tammy.
Hey.
Happy Mama's Day. There she is.
I am your mother, aren't I?
Well, you think you're my mother.
Somebody has to be.
Boss me around like
Somebody has to be. Keeps you in line.
You boss me around like you're the queen and I'm the court jester.
I am.
Yeah.
Queen of this shit. Excuse me.
So, Loyal for Life candles. Anything you can recommend topical for a potentially pregnant female who is scratching her ears raw due to seasonal allergies?
What is it we put in Deja's ears when the cedar trees are bad?
Well, we're actually, we had a similar situation because she just had puppies the other day. We'll talk about that here in a bit. But she's got a bit of ear scratching going on, noticed actually today. So there are some topical things that you can put on. You can get, like steroid type creams that you can get from your vet. You have to get a prescription for it. That are okay for pregnant mothers versus something you take. A lot
of things say that it has not been tested on dogs just so they can cover their hide.
Well, because they don't want to spend the money on getting the testing done.
Right,
That's the reason why.
Also they want to cover their hide in case somebody wants to sue them.
But there are some things you're going to have to go to your vet for that can help her out.
Yep. And daily, flushing for a while on the ears, just cleaning, period.
Yes, that can help too.
Yeah,
right. So, the other reasons that you might, that's a good point, because the other reasons you might be, it could be allergies, it could be mites.
Yeah.
You've got mites and yeast.
When you take a Q-tip, very carefully go inside the ear, wipe around with that Q-tip.
And get down inside too.
And I mean, you have to go quite a bit of ways before you hurt them. They're going to let you know when it's getting close.
How much?
And so when you pull it out and it's black and it's little speckled things, that is ear mites. They get that from cats.
Yeah, ear mites and yeast infection, both are different treatments.
Yeast is a total different deal. It's definitely, when it's yeast, because the smell, the kind of a yellow, creamy color, so
don't rule that out, right? So
yeast can cause a lot of problems with dogs.
Katie Riley, do you self-whelp your Frenchies?
We don't intend to.
Well, no, what she meant,
self-whelp.
Do we have a whelper or do we do it ourselves? The answer is we do it ourselves or our daughter does it. So Chanel.
Yeah, our daughter.
Poor Chanel right now. She's whelping 2 litters for Cody and 1 for herself.
Well, one's an older litter, one's a newer litter.
Gone, right.
And then, of course, Nova had her babies just recently. And those are standard French Bulldogs. So if you're looking for a standard French
We'll talk more
Bulldog,
about that here in a moment. We'll see how time goes. And we'll talk more about that. So we'll get to that. Don't worry, we'll do it. But the answer is, we do. And we're not going to trust anybody else doing it, I don't think.
No, you just can't. Too many things can go wrong.
Frenchies are fragile.
Let me just say this: nobody can take care of your babies like you can. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I agree.
That's all I'm going to say right there. I've heard too many horror stories.
So this is I did a video on red Demodex and scarpotic mange, and Grits Kennedy says, no, you really do not need to scrape the skin cells vigorously. Simple fair amount of pressure, as much as we'd be scratching a pet's back and neck. Well, I mean, maybe, but I can tell you this. But when I've seen it done and done it myself, use a scalpel and you actually make it pretty raw. The problem you've got here is Demodex buries down into the skin, and you've got to get that bug. So just lightly scraping the surface, in my opinion, is not going to get it done. But they say otherwise. But if you're unclear about this, go talk to your vet about it. But what you'd use what they use, and what I use, is a scalpel and some mineral oil and pretty vigorous scraping where it makes a sore place, because you've got to physically remove some skin with the Demodex in it, and lightly doing it ain't going to get that done. You'll come up with a negative. So Puffy Red Poodle just bought one of our incubators.
Good.
Yeah, they're all good. Puppies coming soon. Better safe than sorry. You are exactly right on that.
Always best to be prepared.
I promise you, if you do much of this
early on, there's a lot of people that don't. They wait last minute, the day before they're going in C-section, going, oh my gosh, I need this and I need that.
Well, then the next thing is, if you're going to get that from My British Supply, you're going to spend $50 or $100 on shipping. Which you can
$10 because yeah, if you're doing it overnight, it's going to be expensive. And you have those choices on our website on overnight, 2-day, you know, a 2-day, or is there a 3-day, 2-day? And then overnight.
There's
But
different
anyway,
options.
so there's options, just
right.
like when you order from Amazon, and it's going to cost you more for that overnight if you wait last minute.
Yep.
It's always best to be prepared 2 weeks beforehand, you know.
So Chanel
least.
showed off her Mando and Maui fluffy carrier babies, and people said so sweet, absolutely stunning, and some
Half of
thumbs
them
up.
are fluffies and full fluffies, and some of them are fluffy carriers. And didn't she get the DNA back the other day? So be ready. They're beautiful.
So listen to this one. Trilliella says my C-section cost in Florida is
Ooh, $3,000.
$2,200.
Ah,
Our C-section cost is anywhere from $350 to $800 out here.
yeah.
Tends to be more $500 to $800.
Well,
There's $350
no,
days.
we've had it at 12 and 16 before.
We have?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
That was emergency. That was what about 4 years ago, 5 years ago?
Oh yeah, right.
Well,
So-
probably 5 years ago, because we've had the progesterone machine that's been fantastic to keep us from paying those
Yeah.
late night deliveries.
Right, exactly right. Yeah, no,
But
you get.
sometimes you can't help it. You know, Mama decides to have it when she's not supposed to, just like Deja.
Well, we'll talk about that in a moment. Yeah, so we've got one right there. So we'll
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Brandy E, I asked people about what was this about? Well, I think this is about ears anyway. She says not cruel, but I don't quite know what she's saying, so we'll skip that one.
Oh, I thought you weren't going to read that.
Brandy E,
one.
hey, could you show your new studs? You guys are awesome. Yes, we've actually, Cody's got now about 4 or 5 dogs that are either in working or about to start working. Really pretty dogs. And so I actually did a video.
Studs, you mean?
Yes, and I will put some videos up on that very quickly in the next few days. And we'll just finish with this one here. Velvet Jones, your prices are outrageous.
Velvet Jones.
Yeah, when I bought my last Frenchie, the breeder was trying to get $1,000 premium because the puppy was a blue carrier. I had to sign an agreement the dog would be neutered, not used for breeding.
Not us.
What good would a carrier genes do? I ended up buying an AKC lilac from another breeder that was also a vet. Just because French Bulldogs are #1 popular dog doesn't mean you need to pay these kinds of prices. There are many reputable breeders that are not puppy farms. So I'm not sure what Velvet Jones is saying, because he points a finger at us to say that our prices are outrageous, and starts talking about other people.
Yeah.
It frustrates me a little bit.
What she's talking about is not about us, folks.
Well, I want to say this. Look, you as the consumer get to decide what you want and what you're prepared to pay for.
Right. What's your budget?
I'm going to give you an example of
Nobody forces you to do it.
we have a breeding right now that Tammy's going to tell you about. Deja Vu was bred. Deja Vu, what was the, I don't know how much Deja Vu was. She's an expensive dog.
Mm-hmm.
So it was an expensive dog, and she was bred to a stud. The stud, not one of our studs, an outside stud, was $22,000 for the stud fee. She had 4 puppies. So if you just look at that stud fee,
Well,
that
she
stud
originally had.
but the stud fee, if we got 4 puppies at $22,000, that's $5,500 a piece just for the stud fee. Then you've got C-section costs and everything else to go on top of it before you're financially solvent on it. These dogs are not going to be $1,000 dogs, and they're not going to be $5,000 dogs.
You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know, do your homework, do your shopping. If you find you've got, you know, a spectacular dog with great DNA that's a few $1,000, you better get scammed probably. That's probably what's fixing to happen. Which is even worse than outrageous prices,
or
right?
all kinds of problems.
Yes.
You know,
So
dog that looks like a Boston Terrier instead of a
So the
French
last thing
Bulldog.
that Velvet Jones says, there are many reputable breeders that are not puppy farms. You're exactly right. So the thing to do is do a little research from who you're buying from, so you don't get scammed, so that you've got somebody who will stand behind what they are producing and knows what they're talking about, because there is plenty of opportunity to end up with a dog that's really not what you really wanted and you didn't realize it. So I think we're going to end this conversation. Well, you want to talk about Deja Vu?
Yeah, well, we were going to talk about between Cody, Chanel, and me. All our females came into heat within a month to 2 weeks to a week apart to a few days apart. So we've got, let's see, what, 4 litters?
4 litters.
Well,
Yeah.
Cody's got probably 4 litters alone, and then Chanel's got 1 litter.
Well, you know how it is, they all come in at the same time,
yeah,
doesn't it? It's like,
and
you
then
know,
we've got our litters. So,
yep.
we are not a puppy mill.
Yep.
Because everybody's got their own dogs.
But it sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but between Cody, Chelsea, Chanel, and us, we've got our new litters. And they're all fluffy carriers, except for on Chanel's, hers are a standard. So you people that are wanting a lower price, but you know,
really good quality dogs that aren't so expensive.
Right,
Chanel's got something you might be interested in.
To way high, like Deja Vu. I've got new shades, Isabella's.
Yep. And we've just got the
Lilac and Tan.
We're going to send the DNA off probably Monday on those dogs. So we won't know anything really on what the price are on those dogs for another 10 days. We can tell
we've got a solid new shade, and we've got a new shade.
So a new shade is a little
Let me talk. It's my turn.
Okay.
So we got a new shade Merle boy, and
we think.
No, I know.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
His color tells me
I think
he's
you're right.
definitely that.
Well, I hope you're right.
Yeah. James just needs to shush up.
Shh.
And let me talk. So I know what I'm talking about when I see the colors on these dogs.
Okay.
And because the daddy is a full fluffy new shade, and so that's what I got, because she is a testable lilac and tan Merle. So you would get the new shades, and so we've got a new shade Merles, and we've got a new shade, and probably a lilac and tan in there. So, but when our DNA come back, we'll tell you for sure. And they're all fluffy carriers, because Deja doesn't carry the fluff, but the full fluffy daddy,
he'll give that to
he'll give that to every puppy, a fluffy carrier.
And he's a gorgeous dog.
Yes, yes.
His name is the Boss.
Yes,
The Boss.
yes, yes. So, anyway.
Who owns the Boss?
Well, Mandy and Vincent and David Lilac.
Good people.
Yeah.
Very good people.
Well-known people, excellent people, very fair, honest people.
So we went outside. We could have bred to any of Cody's dogs, and we didn't do that. Why?
Well, because
testable chocolate.
Well, no, we have testable chocolate in our stud group, but we like to get in new lines, and we trust these people.
Well, they've got top-notch dogs.
Oh yeah,
and
very proud of them. Now on calling me is my phone number is 580-799-1910. That's 580-799-1910, and I can tell you all about the litters that we've got between Cody's litters, because his daughter also has a litter, and then Cody's litters, and then Chanel.
Right, so we're going to put more in the next video, because that's 30 minutes. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Happy Mother's Day to all of you mamas and all of your four-legged mamas. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate people who subscribe to me. It helps me, encourage me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Bye.